You drink all of my coffee, have at it. Knock yourself out. Hello and welcome back to Would You Rather. I'm your host, DAVIDINARK, and I've had several requests from folks that I come back and do some more either or, and let's talk about life and all that good stuff. I don't know. Would you rather be Dr. Zoidberg or be Kif? I have no idea what this is even talking about. I don't have a clue. I have no idea, so I guess I'll be the doctor. I have no idea. All right, well, most people agree with me, and I don't know what I just agreed to. So there you go. All right. All right, there we go, finally. Okay, it's going to be one of those weird days. Would you rather have no fingers or have no ears? Okay, this is actually pretty cool. Okay, no fingers or no ears. I think I would rather... Wow, this is tough. I'm sorry, I'm not... You know, you try to play through the scenarios in your head. If you had no fingers, I mean, you could still hear and everything, but life would certainly be difficult. I would think it would be more difficult to have no fingers than no ears. But, you know, with 3D printing and everything these days, I mean, it just says fingers. So I technically would still have the palm of my hand, I'm assuming. So, I mean, you could still, versus no ears, if I had no ears, you know what? I'm going to go with I'd rather have no ears. Because even if I had no ears, I could use my fingers to communicate. I'm going with that. All right, there you go. Okay, would you rather fall 2 stories onto concrete or fall 2 stories into freezing water? 2 stories, so that's a little over 20 feet. I think it's about the equivalent. However, once you hit the water, at least you would go down through. Once you hit the concrete, I mean, there's nothing to go through. This isn't the Matrix, man. So I'm going to go with I'd rather fall into freezing water. There we go. As evidently would most folks. So awesome. Oh, would you like to sound like any way you want? You could talk any way you wanted to. Anybody you want to talk like, you could talk like them. Or speak any language that you wanted to. I think, although it would be very, very fun to sound like anyone I wanted to, I can't do impressions to save my life, as evident just there a minute ago. I believe it would be a much more interesting world if I could speak any language that I wanted to. And I'm assuming that means like at any time. So I'm going to go with speak any language. Awesome. All right. I'm with the majority this time. That's interesting. You know, it's weird how sometimes I'm in the minority and other times I'm with the majority. I guess it's just all about the questions. Would I rather tea or coffee? This is easy. I cannot stand coffee. It's disgusting. And I know I just offended a bunch of coffee drinkers, and I'm really sorry that if my opinion of coffee offends you, but you are welcome to drink. In fact, you drink all of my coffee, have at it. Knock yourself out. I'll stick to my tea. Thank you very much. Wow. I'm surprised that it's 53% prefer tea. I really am. That surprises me. I figured there were many, many, many more coffee drinkers, but there you go. All right. So now, would you rather be wanted or be needed? This is one of those, is this an affair of the heart thing? Is this life in general? At your workplace, would you rather be wanted at your workplace or be needed at your workplace? Here's the thing. It's great to be needed, but I have been in situations where I have been needed, but not necessarily wanted there. And when you're wanted, no matter what it is, at least as I'm thinking this out, when you're wanted, that's just it. People want you. Even if they don't need you, they want you there. They desire your company. They desire your expertise. Whatever it is that you're offering, they want it. Versus being needed is you are the warm body that occupies the particular skill set or particular knowledge or particular whatever that is needed, that is required, but not necessarily wanted. So I'm going to say it's better to be wanted. Oh, I am way in the minority on that one. Okay, well, more power to you. Oh my gosh. Would you rather lick a public bathroom floor or lick a public bathroom stall handle? Okay, well, I mean, if I got to pick one or the other, I'm going to go with the stall handle because generally speaking, I mean, most people do really, really nasty things to the floor. And maybe I just haven't been witness to people doing similar things to the handle. Besides, the handle's like this big. I mean, you know, I could lick the handle. It'd be done. The floor, no. Then again, it doesn't say the whole floor. It just says lick the floor. I'll do this. I'll do the handle. We'll do the handle. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Okay. If you could, would you rather end world hunger or find a cure for cancer? I have no idea what the stats are. I don't have a clue how many more people die from hunger versus dying from cancer. I'm going to go with ending world hunger, although frankly, I believe that in both cases, neither one will ever be solved because there are too many people with very big bank accounts who are involved in both of these efforts. So I'm going to go with ending world hunger. And that's the slowest count I've ever seen. All right. Most people would rather find a cure for cancer. To me, it could go either way. And so I'm good with that. I'm okay. I'm okay with being in the minority here. I just, I'm a big guy. And so I think it's ridiculous how much food we waste in general, let alone here in America. Recently I read a thing where it's something like 35 to 40% of the food we eat in America gets thrown away. And I don't mean that didn't come out right, but what I mean is when we receive food on a plate at a restaurant, at home, wherever, that 40% of that food that is doled out goes right back into the trash. Meanwhile, there are people starving all over the world who are literally dying for a single grain of rice. It's ridiculous. Would you rather be able to pop all of your pimples at once, or be able to crack all of your joints at once? Popping pimples is thoroughly disgusting. And of course, I mean, I've done it. I'm sure many of you have done it. If you're not to that stage yet, then I'm sure many of you will do it eventually. But I just, personally, it's one of the grossest things that I ever have had to do. The stuff comes out, and I would rather just be able to crack my joints, call it good. I'll go with joints. You knock yourselves out. Pop all your pimples. I'm not going down that road. Woo, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, one more. Would you rather be attractive but get punched in the face every morning? Punch you in the face, as Jacksepticeye would say. Or would you rather be ugly? Here's the funny thing about that. By whose definition? who gets to define what is attractive and what is ugly? So if we take that out of the equation in a way, or maybe in your own brain, in my own brain for this question, would I rather see myself as attractive but get punched in the face every morning, or would I rather see myself as ugly? It's really funny. No matter what, where I am in life versus where I might have been, excuse me, 25, 30, 40 years ago, I'm sure I would have a different answer than I do now. I'll be honest, I don't want to get punched in the face, period. I don't care if I'm, freaking Mr. Universe or whatever. I'm not, no, getting punched in the face every morning, no thank you. I would rather take ugly. Yeah. You guys be attractive and get punched in the face every morning. Here's the funny thing about that. How attractive are you going to be to yourself and or to others if you are punched in the face every single morning? Eventually, that is going to show up. Eventually, it's going to disfigure you. I don't know. All right. Anyway, there you go. Deep philosophical thinking. It's way too early in the morning for this. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching, and I appreciate that you like watching these Would You Rather videos. So hit the like button if you would. Feel free to share it. Leave any questions, problems, suggestions, horror stories down in the comment section below, and we'll see you next time on Would You Rather.